Today on Pipe Talk, my very first official tobacco review. Hey YouTube, welcome back to Erobin Outdoors. Hey, I'm Erobin, but you knew that, didn't you? Hey guys, welcome to Pipe Talk. This is episode 1 of my new series for 2021. And today, what I'm going to be doing is my very first official tobacco review. Now, in the past, I've talked about tobaccos, but I've never really done an official review. So that's what we're going to do today.
Disclaimer, I am in no means a tobacco expert, nor do I claim to be. I know that your opinions may vary from mine. What I'm sharing with you are just my honest impressions of the tin note, the room note, the taste, the overall aroma, the flavor of the tobacco, and my opinions. Opinions vary, and yours may very well do so.
What we're going to review is Cornell and Diehl Small Batch Carolina Red Flake. Now, this is a Carolina grown tobacco, and I am from Carolina, so I thought it'd be fitting for this to be my first tobacco review. I have already opened it. I haven't smoked it yet, but I did load the pipe already, as not to bore you guys with that detail. But the pipe that I'm going to smoke this tobacco in and do this review in is this beauty right here. My Nordic Freehand. Isn't that an awesome pipe? This pipe belonged to my father. He smoked it, and now I do. It's a beautiful pipe. I had to do a little bit of refinishing. I still need to do a little bit of work on the stem. But yeah, I love this pipe. It's a great smoker. Fits in the hand. And I have already loaded it with the Carolina Red Flake by Cornell and Diehl. So, let's get into it, shall we? But I want to talk about the tin note. This is a broken flake tobacco. You can see it comes in these tiny chunks. So what I did, when I first opened it, it felt a little moist. So I rubbed some out and I let it sit for about 45 minutes. That's what's in the pipe. But back to the tin note. Right off the bat, I'm getting an aroma of hay. Hay and grass, like I'm in a wheat field or something. I'm getting a tinge of what smells like fig Newtons or fig, maybe raisin, but mostly an earthy hay, grass, mostly more hay than grass. But yeah, it's got a good aroma. I'll be curious to see how the room note is. But with the tin note, I'm very, very pleased. Very rich, earthy, lots of hay. So yeah, that's what I'm getting initially. Alright, I had to put my specs on for this. I want to read the tin to you. It says Cornell and Diehl Small Batch blends are handcrafted in small quantities by our export blenders right here in South Carolina. And I am right here in South Carolina. It says a blend of the finest North Carolina grown and Virginia harvested in 2015. Our Carolina Red Flake is a tribute to the old belt. Packaged straight from Carolina soil. So, yeah. Alright, so this is a red Virginia tobacco grown in the Carolinas. And Alright, so let's light it up. Let me make sure I got this thing packed good. Make sure I got a good draw there, and I do, so let's go ahead. Alright, it was kind of a hard light. Maybe that has to do with the moisture. Like I said, I did let it sit out for about 30 to 45 minutes because it felt a little moist in the tin. Right off the bat, I'm getting like a fig raisin type of taste. And then that went away kind of quick. Now I'm getting a very earthy, very earthy. That fruity taste of fig or raisin kind of hit you strong at first, and then it just kind of faded away. Still getting a grassy, earthy taste. It's got a nice thick smoke. I like that in the tobacco. It's burning well now that it's lit. It was a little tough to light. Took a little extra draw. The room note is very pleasant. It's not very aromatic like a lot of sweet aromatics are, but it has a pleasant room note, and the aroma is pleasant. I think this is one that Mrs. Erobin would kind of be like, maybe. Is it an aromatic? Well, I mean, it's certainly not an English blend, but I'm not getting a lot of sweetness. I am getting a very dark, rich, earthy type of flavor. I'm getting a little bit of spice now. Now that it's burned for a minute or so, I'm getting a little bit of spicy. I don't know what that could be. A little bit of tang, you know. It's kind of complex. It kind of went from the heavy fig raisin fruit to a grassy, hay, earthy. Now it's kicking in a little bit of spice. It's kind of complex in flavor. The room note it's okay. I don't think it's something that I'm going to smoke and have people around me be like, oh man, that smells great, or anything like that. But I don't think I'll have anybody complain about it either. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Now, I've watched reviews, and I know that different people are going to have different things. It's the same with wine or bourbon and whiskey. I think tobacco's the same way. Each person might get a little something different, have a little bit of a different experience. And if you've had this Cornell and Diehl small batch Carolina Red Flake tobacco, let me know in the comments section what your impressions were of it. Is it a tobacco I would recommend? If I had a friend come up to me and say, hey, Erobin, I like when you smoke your pipes. I'd like to get into it. What tobacco would you recommend? I don't think this would be one of them. I'm not going to say stay away from it. It's terrible, because it's not. It's pleasant. It's complex. Wow. It's got a little citrusy. Seems to be a lot going on in here. Alright, it's time to take a break. So that means, you know what? This is a segment that I'm going to include in my pipe talk every week. I'm going to feature a popular piper of the week. And how appropriate, I think, for my first official review, that I feature this week's popular piper, Tomas Callheim. And Thomas, I've known you a long time here. You're one of my longest supporters, way back to the TR Puffin Stuff days. I still enjoy your videos. I wish you would make more of them. If you guys haven't checked out Thomas, I'm going to put a link in the description section below. Please go check him out. Many of you probably already know Thomas. He is a very humble, very nice, gentle human being, and I enjoy his channel. Have for 5, 6, maybe even 7 or so years. He's been a great supporter of Erobin Outdoors, and just a good all-around guy. He has some great pipes and shares a lot of good stories. So when this video is over, the next video you watch should be one of his. But yeah, this week's popular piper, Tomas Callheim. Go check him out. Alright guys, I am still picking up stuff in this tobacco. I went back to the tin to see if anything had changed after I, smoked it for a while. And I'm still getting that heavy hay, grass, earth, with a little bit of fig, raisin, whatever. I'm trying to figure out what might be spicy, because I am getting a little bit of spicy. But it's a smooth tobacco. No tongue bite whatsoever, so that's good. Nice thick smoke. I love that. It burns well. I haven't had to relight once. But yeah, I would say that this is a good tobacco. Like I say, I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but I have nothing bad to say about it. So, since this is my very first pipe review on my very first episode of Pipe Talk, I'm going to do a 5-leaf rating system. 5 leaves would be outstanding, great, this is awesome, you gotta get this tobacco now and try it if you haven't. 1 would be, this is not so good, I don't like it, I don't recommend it. So, what do I give Cornell and Diehl small batch Carolina Red Flake? Drum roll please. I give the Carolina Red Flake 3.5 out of 5 stars. Hey, Erobin, I know this is your first episode, but we're awarding leaves, not stars. Get it right next time. Hey guys, I appreciate you coming along on Erobin Outdoors. I appreciate you joining me on my first episode of Pipe Talk. I've got a lot of things in mind for this series, and I hope that you'll come along with me on the future upcoming episodes. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. If you have, go ahead and make sure you click that bell button so that you can be notified of my next videos. And just to recap, Pipe Talk is going to be coming out every Monday in 2021. So thanks again for coming along. Till next time, keep calm, carry on, and keep puffing.